Picture an ordinary school morning, a boring lesson, the teacher droning on, and you're staring out the window, wishing something, anything, would finally happen. And suddenly a small red doll with bloodshot eyes appears on the teacher's desk. It slowly turns to face the class and says, "Let's play a game." 30 seconds from now, this children's game becomes the most terrifying test of your life, because whoever loses doesn't walk away. Our hero is Shun, an ordinary high schooler, one of millions. He's sick of the gray, identical days, and one afternoon he throws a careless wish into the void, one he's about to deeply regret. I wish something would just happen. The problem is, this time something hurt him, and what came next you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy. From this morning on, Shun will have to survive 5 games, each more brutal than the last. And here's the most chilling part. The real weapon here won't be strength or speed or even a cold, sharp mind. It'll be the one thing nobody can control. But first things first, because this nightmare began with a single, harmless-looking red doll. The red Daruma doll is Japan's version of red light, green light. The rules are horrifyingly simple. While the doll is turned away and counting out loud, you can move toward it. But the second it turns and opens its eyes, freeze. Don't even breathe. Move under its gaze and you're out instantly in front of everyone. The only survivor is whoever reaches the doll first and presses the button on its back. The classroom erupts into chaos. Some sprint headlong, others are paralyzed with fear, unable to take a single step. The doll snaps around, and half the desks are suddenly empty. But one boy named Satake thinks faster than the rest. He spots that button on the doll's back. The trouble is, you can't reach it from the floor. So Shun does something insane. In the last split second, he leaps, stretches out his whole body, and slams the button with his palm. Dead silence. They survived. Just 2 out of an entire class. It feels like the nightmare's over. But that was only the first game. The doors swing open into the hallway and Shun realizes something horrifying. His entire school has become a giant labyrinth of deadly games. Behind every door waits a new god and a new game, more twisted than the last. And there's only one way out: clear them all. And it isn't just his school. Very soon it becomes clear, at the exact same moment across the whole world, giant white cubes have appeared above the cities, and young people in thousands of classrooms are trapped in the very same game. Parents are glued to the news in horror. Armies and police are helpless. Someone up there has begun a monstrous selection, and they aren't choosing the strongest or the smartest. They're choosing by luck. One survivor stands out immediately. His name is Amaya, a strange, smiling boy with completely empty eyes, who actually enjoys this. While everyone else trembles with fear, he plays with delight, as if he's waited his whole life for this day. He truly believes the gods have chosen him, and he dreams of becoming one himself. And to win, he'll do what no one else will. Remember his face. Very soon he'll be scarier than any doll. Amaya's logic is, in its own way, flawless. And that's exactly what makes it so terrifying. He reasoned, if the gods value the lucky and the chosen, then he has to prove, at any cost, that he deserves to join them. And any means will do. He doesn't play just to survive. He plays to impress the ones who set all this up. And in a world where the rules are written by pure chance, a fanatic like that becomes the most unpredictable, dangerous player of all. The second game. The survivors are herded into a room and dressed in mouse costumes, and across from them, up on a platform, sits it. A giant lucky cat, a Japanese maneki neko, paw raised. And the rule sounds like another innocent nursery rhyme. Put a bell on the cat, except the cat is enormous, alive, and very hungry. And the mice it plans to catch, that's them. The cat's paw strikes so fast the eye can't follow it. One by one, the players vanish beneath its blows, and the room fills with panic. Everyone is stuck. How do you hang a bell on the neck of a beast that won't let you within reach? And then Shun and his childhood friend Ichika step in. Together, they notice a detail everyone else missed. There's a basketball hoop hanging around the cat's neck. The bell isn't meant to be hung by hand. It's meant to be thrown. It's a desperate throw in the final seconds. And the bell drops cleanly through the hoop. The giant cat freezes. They've cleared this game too. But it's here that Shun first sees what Amaya is truly capable of. He coldly uses the other players as live bait without a flicker of doubt on his face. And from this moment, the question for Shun becomes different. Not just, how do I survive the game, but how do I survive next to this person? And here's what you need to understand about Ichika. For Shun, she's the little that's left of his old, normal life. They've known each other since childhood, and in this hell, it's her who keeps him afloat, who stops him from turning into a cold survival machine like Amaya. So every new room isn't just fear for his own skin, it's the far sharper terror of losing her. And the gods, of course, can feel that. And they always strike exactly where it hurts most. The third game waits in the gym. The survivors are seated in a circle, blindfolded, and an old game begins. Kagome Kagome. 4 wooden kokeshi dolls float slowly overhead. Each player, in turn, must guess which doll is standing right behind them. Answer right, you live. Answer wrong, and an unseen force decides your fate that very second. A game of pure chance, where one wrong answer is your last. And here Shun's cool head shines again. He understands guessing blind is certain death. This calls for cunning. He happens to have a small voice recorder. He secretly records the dolls' voices, makes the others speak, and from the sound, the echo, the direction of footsteps, he works out who's standing where. What was designed as a game of blind chance, he turns into a puzzle with a solution and moves on again. But not everyone gets saved by brains. Some have to pay a terrible price. In the next trial, the survivors have to find keys and open a locked door in mere minutes, or no one gets out. And this is where Amaya finally shows his true face. He brings the missing key, but he gets it by taking out one of his own, calmly, casually, as if that's just how it's done. The others stare in stunned horror at the person they now have to keep going with. The second to last game may be the most cunning of all. A giant white bear rises before them, polite and sickly sweet. It asks questions, demands courteous answers, and slyly insists, "There's a liar among you. Find them." The players immediately start suspecting each other, arguing, accusing, and in those quarrels they lose one after another. The bear turns them against each other and clearly savors every second. While everyone hunts for the traitor among themselves, Shun latches onto one inconsistency. The bear keeps calling itself white, but the truth is, this animal's real color is black. The only liar in the room is the bear itself. The moment Shun says it out loud, the deception collapses. Except by now, only 5 of them are left, and they've saved the cruelest trial for last. The final game. The 5 survivors, Shun and Amaya among them, draw lots. Whoever gets the black mark becomes the Oni, the demon hunter, and the draw, as if mocking them, hands that role to Amaya, the most dangerous one of all. The rules of the finale are simple and merciless. The others hide, and the instant the demon sees your face and calls your name, you're caught and you're locked away. In the center of the hall stands an ordinary tin can. There's only one way to free the captured. Knock that can over with a kick, but salvation comes at a monstrous price. Whoever knocks the can over triggers an explosion that takes them with it. You can only save the others at the cost of your own life, and the demon is already creeping through the hall. Amaya, who feels right at home in this game and savors the hunt. Shun comes up with a bold, desperate move. He puts a heavy knight's helmet over his head so Amaya can't possibly see his face or call his name. The 2 of them close in on the can. Shun kicks it first, and everyone freezes, waiting for the blast. But there's no blast. The can simply clatters to the floor and rolls away. No roar, no flash. And in that deafening silence, the whole truth of this game hits Shun. It turns out that whether the can explodes or not never depended on brains, or courage, or a single clever plan. It was pure lottery, a flipped coin. Everything they went through, every brilliant deduction, every sacrifice, all the pain, in the end meant absolutely nothing. Their fate had been decided by blind chance from the very start. The gods were never testing who was stronger or smarter. They were playing roulette, and the chips were living people. The dolls solemnly announce that the game is over, and the survivors are handed ordinary ice cream, with their fortunes hidden on the sticks. After all that hell, such a mockingly childish, innocent gesture. Shun survived, And Amaya, to everyone's shock, is alive too. Two people who walk through the very same hell, walking out of it utterly different. Meanwhile, off-screen, the whole world is slowly losing its mind. The white cubes still hang motionless above the cities. Somewhere in a sealed room, an unshaven man frantically digs through classified files on the so-called children of God. He seems to be the only one starting to grasp what's really happening, and he's trying, alone, to stop it. Whether he's already too late, we're never shown. In the very end, Shun bitterly declares that there is no God, and Adal answers him with a line that runs cold. God exists. He just has many faces. The camera drifts slowly aside, and we see a random homeless man on the street who has been silently watching the whole game. Maybe the gods really do still walk among us. Maybe this selection is only just beginning. And here's the raw nerve at the heart of this story. We're used to believing the strongest and smartest survive. That if you try hard enough, plan everything, and never give up, you're guaranteed to make it. And this film looks you coldly in the eye and answers. Sometimes everything comes down to the one thing you don't control at all. A single draw of the lot, a single mark, a single second of luck or the lack of it. That's exactly why this story grips you so hard and lingers long after the credits roll. It isn't just a horror movie about living toys. It's a cold, unanswered question. What if everything we call merit, success, and fairness is really just the luck of the draw we happen to get? The film doesn't try to comfort you. It simply leaves you alone with that uneasy thought. Shun only wanted something to happen in his dull little life. He got his wish in full and paid a price he'll never forget. Could you make it through even one of these games, knowing your fate rests not on you, but on the flip of a coin? Tell me in the comments which game you'd stop at. And if you want more breakdowns like this, you already know what to do.